The account owner got it button space close button. Leave meeting button got it button space really.
Oh my God.
Someday I'll actually get real headset.
Good evening. Top of the time zone. I'm Alan C. You're with Johnnie J in the house, here on the Innervision FM universe. You're not going to want to miss today's podcast. Brought to you by Colorado Art Relief Fund, Eeny Meeny Grants, Bonefields Foundation, Chinook Foundation, Christian Brothers Moving Company, based in the great state of Texas, Englewood, Colorado, and Phoenix, Arizona. Also, Richard Damiano of the Littleton Eye Clinic. Stay with us.
Oh my God.
That's who we love, and that's who we serve.
Blah 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 blah.
Is it running now? Yes. Hi everybody, this is the Godfather Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it.
Okay, thank you very much. Me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Guess what, Jimmy? I ain't black.
That's the illustrious person who claims that he's the president, but
The resident of the White House. I mean, the resident president of the United States of America. Joe Biden.
Well,
So we have a fun show for you tonight in the Innervision FM universe. We're going to talk about special lineup, including birthday celebrations from iconic figures.
Yes.
Join us.
Yes.
And birthdays let's see, Tom Selleck. Wow, Tom Selleck is 79.
Yeah.
Tom Selleck was one of the heartthrobs of the 1980s, best known for his work in Magnum P.I. and gosh, what else did he was in some movies. Boy, all the ladies loved him, boy, him and that special mustache of his, man. Let's see what else we got here. Oprah Winfrey, 70 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Oprah. Do we lose Johnny? Well,
yeah, I'm here. I just have to mute because I have a studio audience.
We're going to also talk a little bit about some local blues legends. Big Mama Thornton and her legacy. And we're going to talk about a Colorado-grown blues legend as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about a rapper called Bad Dog. Or is it?
Oh, no. It's a folk group, really. It's really a folk group.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And these guys are so interesting. They're like lawyers. I think one was even was assistant lawyer or assistant to Majorca. But I read the whole story. I'm not going to put in everything I read about the story, but yeah, these guys' song was stolen by some bandito out there making money on their album.
Wow.
It could be a woogie situation, but we won't. Oh man.
So basically these guys put some stuff up on SoundCloud a few years beforehand, and some other band covered it and said it was their own stuff.
No, they stole. They took the actual, I guess you could set it like for people to download. So they downloaded it, and then they just changed the names, changed the metadata, changed the name of the band, and put it back out there. And then he knew how to get some bots to get a lot of streams, but not enough to hit the radar of Spotify, which I understand from looking at this other guy. And okay, you guys, you might think about it before he's right. you can do up to 2,095 before. If you don't go over 3,000, you can go under the what is that?
Sort of fly under the radar a little.
Yeah, and
Huh.
and still be making some good money.
Interesting.
Yeah, I sent you that video that gentleman, and I forgot his name, but he was telling about, like, he uses bots all the time and to make his money.
There's a gentleman that we've featured some of his content, not so much him himself. I'd love to have him on the show, but Chad
Yeah.
Focus was talking a little bit about this. There were some other folks that do this as well.
I'm gonna DM him. I bet I can get him on the show.
That'd be fat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because he has so much information about what the big boys do, and also when these big companies come in town with the concert, we don't know it, but they buy up 80% of the concert tickets to make it seem like it's going to be sold out. Then they sell that 20%. Then they go back in line, and then they resell the tickets for a higher price than what they bought the tickets for.
Wow.
And I don't know why are these people, who's calling me? It's like nobody was calling me until now. They would say, well, Johnny's on the air, so let's call him now.
Well, if you need to go ahead and take that.
No, I'm not going to take it. No, they're not going to take it. No, they got to realize, 5 to 5:30, I'm busy. So anyway, hey, don't try this at home, children. Yeah.
So
yeah.
who is this? Who is this Willie K. Thornton, Big Mama Thornton?
Well, these writers, they wrote the song, "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog," right?
Mhm.
Well, we better know it. We best known it by Elvis, and she did some other songs too. And I guess she had a 40-year career from 1950s to up to like 1984 when she died. Birthday is December the 11th, and I'm not on Hazel. I know Hazel Miller, but I'm not on her email list of when she goes out and does shows. I don't know. Maybe she thinks, oh, well, Johnny, he's already seen me many times before, but I might pop up again. But anyway, her and a few other ladies did this tribute to Big Mama here, and
Wow.
so that was kind of cool. And I guess she woke up in the middle of the night and she said, hey, somebody should do something like this.
Wow.
And so she put it together, and maybe it was in the newsletter, because I get this other newsletter from this nonprofit called Combo, and they sometimes tell, like
put out little stories about the band and whatnot,
different events that are happening.
Right.
But yeah. So anyway, so that was pretty cool that they put together a tribute. And I guess she was inducted. Well, the year that she died, she was inducted in the Music Hall of Fame, the Rock Hall of Fame kind of thing. And so hey, so there she is, and it's like, man, if she would have wrote the song, I mean, she sold that song really well, but those guys that wrote the song, I mean, they're still getting those royalties, because both versions are still out there.
A great blues legend out there from Denver, Colorado, named Erica Brown shared the same type of musical vision as did Willie K. Thornton, Big Mama Thornton. And so I guess she is credited with doing a little bit of a tribute as well to Big Mama Thornton. So yeah, I think that's really cool. You got Heather Brown following in her footsteps, and I'm sorry, Erica Brown following in her footsteps and sharing those stories, and making sure that those contributions that Big Mama Thornton made to the music industry are never forgotten.
Yeah. Oh, hold on for a second. I need to return this message real quick.
Okay.
Continue.
So also in today's music news, in guitar, Bad Dogs Folky Duo. Now these folks are, I was mistaken. I thought they were kind of a rap artist, but they're more of a folk duo type of band. And Bad Dog is from Washington, D.C. And looks like their first album hit 62,000 streams, just like that. Poof. I mean,
Yeah. And they got a bunch of streams in some other places as well.
one thing that he highlighted, which is really cool, is, hey, look, you've got to copyright your stuff. You've got to make sure your stuff is protected, which is something that, you know, especially when you get big in the music industry and you hit 62,000 streams with your first single,
Yeah.
you know, you can really get a big head. You'll forget some
Yeah.
of these small things.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know, he really focused in and pushed the emphasization, whatever that is,
Emphasis.
emphasizing the
Yeah.
need for copywriting your materials.
Yeah, and this guy, they were so like against that kind of stuff because they said, you know, just people just taking money from us and we just want to have fun with our music, you know.
Right.
So they both didn't really pay attention to that. And then because they had started like back in I think 1990s, then
Yeah.
Napster came out. And remember Napster,
Yeah.
people were stealing artists' songs left and right,
Oh yeah.
you know, and then he still didn't really pay attention to it until, you know, they went to the pressing place to get the CDs made and not to sell them. They were just going to give them away at a concert. And the person said, no, it tells me that this song is all these songs are not your songs.
Wow.
and look at, this guy, they sound pretty good too.
Wow, really?
Yeah, like a real like Bob Dylan folk type of stuff.
Wow. That's really cool. I really enjoy when when musicians bring back through folk art, kind of the way the feel of the way that it was once. You know, music tells a story, and when you're a good musician or recording artist, you can pull people in to your songs and really get them to travel along with you and take them places where they wouldn't normally go, or maybe they would go, but they just, you know, music really just sets it off.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
You know, transitioning a little bit into AI, this is some interesting stuff because music and AI are going hand in hand. Video production with artificial intelligence. Man,
I don't know if you had a chance to hear that song I was putting together through AI.
Yeah.
I wrote about Harris and her lover Willie Brown. And at first, you know, I didn't like the way whatever the singer they was, and I said I want a hard rock. Give me a hard rock.
Right.
And it came out. I don't know if you had a chance to if I downloaded the right one, because then it said you're gonna share this link.
Right.
But
I have not seen it. I have not. I got the message the other day. Do you think that you can do a rock song if we invest in this AI at X number of dollars a year, $100 a year, something like that? I haven't seen that though.
Yeah. I sent it to you, Peter, and Mike, just to see what it sound like. And so since it's mine, you know, I wrote the original lyrics, you know, it's like, you know, it's like I'm thinking like I'm gonna, and I found out about the guy who used to run Mushroom FM. What is his name?
Jim Snowberger.
Yeah, something like that. But that's one of the guys. This is another guy that.
Oh, the main guy.
Yeah. But anyway, so he was showing how to do it, and all I need to do now is piece together like one more part of the piece, then have the ending, and then put in brackets, in the song here. Because you have to put in like brackets, which I think the brackets are. I think isn't it, the brackets to make a bracket it would be, I don't know if it's left and right parenthesis, or if it's like those little brackets. So
no,
I was
they're brackets.
so is that shift and then period? Could be. Let's see. Let me see if I oh no, if I did it now, would it say it?
No.
Oh yeah. Greater.
Word.
So it's like greater, like shift.
Are they actual bracket? Well, anyway, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. It's well, keyboard command is like shift, then period, shift, comma, shift, period. The open bracket, close bracket, which now I know how to do it now, because last time I thought it was the close open parenthesis, then close parenthesis. But yeah, once you put like little stuff in there, and then it tells the computer like this is like verse 1, verse 2, open bracket, verse 1, close bracket, and so you give it like, and it just came out so good. It was like one of those like fast, like kind of like metal songs, and a good singer. But the other ones with the R&B singer in it, I didn't. It sounded like it was like it sounded like a dead person with no soul.
Yes,
that's what it reminded me of. I said it has no soul.
that is interesting, and the more money you spend on AI, or the more you feed it hours and hours of recording time of a given artist or just a voice, whatever, it learns from that, and it does get better over time, putting a little more emotion in there, and you can play around with the prompts and things. But let's take a look here. We got Ken Buck and California.
Oh yeah, no, he's our senator, and he's not
Ken
running.
Buck, our senator, and then California Senator Ted Blue are working on a bipartisan piece of legislation to keep for lack of better terminology, to keep AI in guardrails. They kind of want to make sure that things.
He said that it wants to keep AI from using the nuclear codes. How is AI going to get the nuclear codes unless you give it to AI?
Right?
Get out of here. It's like, come on, you guys. It's not like AI is going to say, now I'm going to reach through the computer and I'm going to contact the code numbers and I'm going to push them. It's like that one video thing where this guy was molesting this lady, and she kept on saying, stop, and people kept on saying, turn the computer off.
So this national commission will be created to what? Basically, okay, great. So
regulate.
They're not gonna launch nuclear weapons. Great, but so what else is this legislation going?
Well, it's just I guess it can imitate a person to almost like a flaw, but once again, if you look at it closely, maybe the eyes don't look like that person is really there. It's like, it's like the light is on, but nobody's home, right?
Yeah, I've heard of things like this, where skilled individuals, forensics individuals, can take a look at some pictures and say, nope, that's AI generated. Yep, that's real.
Yeah, but for the masses, because they did some pretty funny stuff with what was it? Sanchez, the one that was running for president and dropped out. Yeah, DeSantis, and then they did some funny stuff with Donald Trump, and and it was just and then they even did with our favorite friend. Where is she at?
How dare you?
With Greta, They took her talking some stupid stuff about Climate change. So,
You know, over the weekend, I heard some crazy, weird stuff about how there's some AI silliness going on. And since it's a family show, I'll leave it there. But there's some AI silliness going on in conjunction with Taylor Swift. And so
oh,
they've been pulling a bunch of this stuff off of Twitter and making sure that Taylor
huh,
Swift is being protected from from her
interesting.
name being artificially maligned, you might say.
Wow.
It is quite fascinating.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But a lot of folks are thinking, gosh, is Taylor Swift going to be involved in with uh, the 2024 festivities? I don't
Super
know.
Bowl. Hey,
We'll have to see.
yeah, we have to see on that one. So, ladies, I wouldn't worry. Well, at least I wouldn't, unless you can get, because you can get the masses pretty riled up. So it's like that's the only problem. Like the sheep that are followers, you can get them pretty riled up, and they'll start a revolution, and you're thinking like, hey, that's not real. That didn't really come out of that person's mouth. And that's the only bad thing about it is that I used to think it was funny when comedians like Eddie Murphy making Ed Norton and Ralph Cramden do some things they wouldn't do in real life. I don't know if you've ever seen that album Delirious.
I have.
Oh yeah, and it's like and Eddie was so good at imitating these people,
Right.
and it was like and he goes, well, what if these two guys were happy? Oh man. Well, if you haven't seen it, it's back in the 80s. They say a lot of that stuff you can't do today, but
Oh,
I don't know
get canceled with
why.
a quickness.
I don't
It'll
know.
get canceled with a quickness, man. It was funny then, but it ain't funny now.
Yeah.
It still amazes me, Johnny. You know,
Uh,
with the 2024 elections heating up on the political landscape, the Democratic primary elections,
Oh
political
yeah.
landscape. Um,
Money's pouring in like crazy. And where's that
oh
money?
yeah,
I'm gonna put a donate button. This time I'm gonna get a separate bank account so the funds
right.
that go into that. And this time I'm gonna put a donate button on my, and it's gonna be, it's probably already up there. I haven't updated it yet, but I will. But it's Johnnie J, the number 4, HD5CO.com. So
Wow. So you're
hopefully,
going to run for House District 5 again when it comes time.
yeah, like probably I'll put my hat in there on the 7th of March. But I'm
Yeah.
already getting the website and gonna update it to fit like 2024.
Right.
And like I said, last time I didn't put a donated button up there because I just didn't want to deal with all that stuff. But this time, why not? Why not?
Well, you can
So
be in on the ground floor, you folks out there in the Innervision FM universe. You can watch Johnny J get once again involved in the political arena. There's
yeah,
never a better time than today to get involved at the local, state, and
yeah.
federal levels. And, a final thought that I'd like to leave you guys with is,
Mm.
what we got going in Texas.
Oh, what happened?
Should this be going on? Should we be beholden to a federal government that is having a little bit of hard time understanding that
The
perhaps,
Constitution.
yeah, you know, it's an interesting time that we live in. We're in historic times. Jesus Christ is King. He's on the throne, and there's never been a better time to get saved today,
Oh yeah.
because man. It's coming soon, folks, and no matter what we got going
Donnie
on,
Johnson has stopped screen share.
God's got this thing.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And so hey, we'll see tomorrow. I'm working on this one guy. He's giving me the lyrics to the song, and once again, I'm gonna go into AI and have it take out all the cuss words. And well, it's not that many, but it's enough where it would take me hours, and AI can do it a lot better.
Go ahead,
So,
really quickly.
oh yes. So we'll see you later on, and have a fantastic night.
God bless.
All right.